now off to Bantayan Island. I have started from Marco Polo, of course. Like I said yesterday, that I'll be staying here with my daughter because she needs the faster internet with her events and businesses online. So my oldie suggested that we stay here every time that she has that kind of event. So I'm now off to Bantayan Island. I wake up about 6 o'clock this morning. Didn't hear the alarm. That's because I had a good sleep, which is good because I'll be traveling far. We are now passing through the Maracas area of Neville Hills. This is the foot of Neville Hills, and this is where you find a lot of urban settlers here. Some of them has already been half kicked out because there's a big residential condominium in the middle. And if you look at the map of Neville Hills, you see this Amisa residences. That's the one that's been built. You can see the front of the building there on the right side. That's the entrance of the Amisa residences. And over here, this is the road on the left is Cebu Veterans Drive. Now we're passing through Lahug Market on the left. That's their market building. So this is Lahug Salinas Drive crossing. So I started here 12,320 kilometers. So we will see how long it takes me to arrive in certain places as we go through the north. It's green now. Have my water here. Now turning left towards Salinas Drive, Lahug. This straight on, you'll pass through the IT park of Cebu City. This is also the area where that crime on camera video happened, that I was timing that I was here filming this street, and that incident happened when someone took the wallet of the Korean that owns the surplus shop that you will see on the right side. That one, the Korean surplus shop, the owner there was a victim of her wallet's been taken by someone that I happen to take footage of from the start, where he's just eyeing the place. So my video was used as evidence against him as well, because the Korean downloaded it with my permission, of course. But around here, there's a lot of Korean businesses. If you look at on the right side there, it's like 3 shades spa, that's Korean. Sangyupsal, obviously, is Korean. But a lot of like boutiques, saloons, and this is IT Park on the left side, and Cebu Exchange on the right side. One of the biggest building here in Cebu City is Cebu Exchange. And of course, that's the Honda Do Exam showroom on the right side. And up ahead in the right side as well, that will be your way going to Waterfront Hotel Lahug. There, right across the gate of IT Park, Cebu IT Park. I'll be going up Kalamban Way, so I will come out on the Kanduman Mandawi crossing, which will take me straight to Consolacion. Today is Sunday, so I don't expect a lot of traffic. Yesterday, June 12, was our Independence Day here in the Philippines, so there were some activities like programs online, because used to have parades on the streets for that, or any like on the parks like Plaza Independencia. There are programs that the local government is preparing, but right now, to avoid all the crowd, it all is just online. So this is going to the north of Cebu City, Banilad Talamban Way, and this is my way home as well, going to Pulang Batu. So we are still around Kasambagan area, but on the left you can already see the buildings of IT Park. Now you can see it's a Sunday because there's not a lot of traffic, although it's just 7 o'clock now. I have a late start. Like I said, I was so tired sleeping. I didn't hear my alarm. Then before it should alarm about 5 o'clock, but 6. But anyway, this is gonna be my third time going on that Hagnaya port, but second time going to Bantayan Island, and I'm hoping that to order a boat today, if not next day. But I know last time from my trip that going to Hagnaya will take me about 3 hours driving, and that was on a busy na Sunday, so could have been faster right now, but I think I had to pick up my brother from Danao because he now decided that he wants to come. But yesterday, like, I don't want to come because I'm gonna attend a party. But since I didn't push through yesterday because it was raining, so right now he's texting me to pick him up somewhere in Danao. So now I'm on Banilad Road. This is Banilad Barangay, Banilad Talamban, where you see the University of Cebu on the right, and also the Country Mall, Gaisano Country Mall on the left side. This is a very busy area, and on normal days, this is also a congested area. The Bantal, they call it Banilad Talamban area, is one of the congested roads during rush hours on normal days. But right now, because there's no school runs, it's not that bad. You don't have to wait for like half an hour just in the same place. Look how clear is the roads, only a few cars around. Early morning Sunday in the Philippines, or here in Cebu rather, is Lechon Day. You will notice a lot of lechon vendors as we pass along like Liluan. Not so much in Consolacion because there's so much traffic there that they're not allowed to just sell their stuff on the road because it will cost or add more to the traffic. Now we are on the overpass of Banilad Road, and I'm going straight on this road. Right on the end, I will turn to Kanduman, Mandawi City. So I have already done 4 kilometers from Marco Polo. It'll be 5 kilometers now. Okay, that's the Spice, and here is the University of the Vicente Gulias Health Resort, or the UV, University of the Visayas Medical School. That's Sprite Academy. Here is another international school, Woodridge, and that's Santo Niño Village. A lot of my viewers used to live there. And there we're coming up on the right side at Doña Rita Subdivision, and then next to it is the Rosedale Commercial Center, and then next is the known University of San Carlos Talamban. I'm talking about the left side view. So I have a lot of requests about this travel videos like this, because they can see what's the improvement in the area that they used to pass by. So that's University of San Carlos Talamban campus on the left side. And here is the establishment dormitories that now losing business because there is no school runs. There's no proper brick and mortar schooling that students have to attend. It's all online. On the left side, that's the family park, where you can use swimming pools, which is closed as of the moment, but normally you can swim there. They got 2 big swimming pools for children and adults. And this is the flood-prone area of Manila-Talamban Road. A lot of bikers. It's now become a very popular hobby, is biking. There are now competitions held every now and then for bicycle riders. It's so nice to drive on this area here, you know, just where we are. It's always clogged up about around 9 o'clock in the morning. Traffic just seemed to stop because there's a crossing here that's going to Kabangkalan, Mandaue. That's all the big trucks are going through. So we are now near Piazza Elysia of Talamban. On the right side, that's Piazza Elysia. And here on the left side is Silver Hill Subdivision. So further on, Talamban area, not a lot of cars. Amazing to see, because it's all, like I said, very traffic area. And you see the van, they are like servicing the health workers, and also the call centers are also picking up their workers. And up ahead, you can see Gaisano Grand Talamban branch. That's Blue Stripe building. That's one of the malls here in Talamban. We also have Times Square. Not really big malls, you know. And that's the first Autogas, which is across Gaisano Grand Talamban. This biker is not realizing where he is. He's on the fast lane. That's disturbing traffic. Now, on the left, that's Sunny Hills Subdivision. There's a lot of subdivision, high-end subdivision as well. Here in Talamban, you have Pristina North, you got Revilla Hills. That's the high-end ones. Then next is the Sunny Hills, Silver Hills, Doña Rita, Santo Niño, you know. And here is the main Kalamban Market. On the right side, that's Longwin Public Market Building. Longwin Talamban is like cheap Chinese goods, and you can see all the lechon vendors there in the market in Longwin, Kalamban, underneath the Chinese department store that they have there, the little one. There's another lechon seller because Sunday is lechon day here in Cebu. There's fruit vendors, early morning. It's not that early, but you know, early for most, because most people wake up late on a Sunday, but that's the rest day. That's the second mall that we have here, Times Square, Kalamban. And this is the seat of governance. That's on the right side where the fire truck is. That's the barangay hall of Kalamban. And that's my favorite gasoline station, Caltex. That's why I put on, if I could help it, if I could find one in my vehicles, Caltex fuel. Around here, this is now Tintay area of Kalamban, right on the end. There's also a few subdivision here, right on the end. You go turn on the right, left rather, and you will see a lot of subdivision or housing villages. Also, this is the stop for the jeepneys before. That's where you can see a lot of carinderia or roadside cafes for local cuisine that the drivers can eat. So you can see here in Tintay, there's not a lot of big buildings, but further on, when we go to the Kanduman Road, there are buildings rising up around that area. So this is now ending of Kalamban area, and this is the Layson Bridge. Now right here in the end where I'm gonna turn on the right, if you go on the left, there's a few villages there, subdivisions, villages that like middle class, or some also have the cheaper version, you know, there's a line of townhouses. But as you can see, Kalamban has a lot of subdivisions. That's the price gas, that's the main refilling or maker refillings of the price gas, LPG. And on the left side, that's the Tintay Market, the jeepney where terminal is. Tintay Market, and we are almost at the end of the Kalamban jurisdiction. I think around this area where the grass, sand and gravel is there. If you see in the left, there's sand and gravel. That's the end of the Kalamban jurisdiction. We are now entering the Kanduman Mandawi City jurisdiction. God, look at all the wires in there. My OMG. Eyesores. So we are now in Kanduman. One of the most prominent establishment here is the Sacred Heart School, which is called now the Ateneo de Cebu. You can see them building on the right side, and then also condominiums on the Northwood residences just arise because of the presence of the Ateneo de Cebu. And more commercial buildings and residential buildings has been built around here due to that. But right now, as you can see, there's no school runs, so the residential condos have no buyers for now regarding their target market of the people that's going to school here in Ateneo de Cebu. And also there's a lot of surplus truck assemblers around here. And right on the end of Kanduman, there's a lot of industrial places, you know, the factories. So when there's a lot of factories, there is a lot of urban communities because the workers has to have somewhere to live. We are now in Kanduman Market. There's a Metro groceries here, and on the right, I didn't realize that's a lot of urban. There's a lot of communities there. Look, all the people buying lechon. Look at them, left, right. Here it's the Patron, but if you see on the left side, it's open market. Because market where people indulge in more food because most of the family members are home, so they buy extra food. There's another private market up there. So that's the busy market day, Sunday here in Kanduman Market. And we go further. This is Kanduman Road. At the end of this, we'll connect now to the Mandaue City Highway in Hagubiao. So the Kanduman area. Oh, there's a nice Volkswagen van up there, the Kombi. Sometimes I get amazed with all this renovated old cars, and then you see how they put it back to life, like the Beetle, and that one's the Kombi one. So Kanduman is an industrial road. Now we are entering around the factory, Bichar Corporation Philippines, Diamond Care International, like around this area, furniture makers, different kinds of factories around here. And look on the right side, Lines and Colors furniture making factory. And here are the communities. There's a lot here, and there's also a few establishment there. Because Mandaue City is have like over 10,000 industrial and commercial establishment. That's why this is also called the little city of the Cebu or the Visayas area. I was looking at the Kombi car. It's quite nicely done. So we are still on Kanduman. There is a development around here, this area. And Mandaue City is one of the highly urbanized city here. First class, highly urbanized city here in Cebu Island. The first one is Cebu City, of course. I just want to check something. So Mandaue City have 27 barangays, and like I said, it's a first-class, highly urbanized city like Cebu City, and it became a city in 1991. So in every place there's a delicacy. The best known delicacy around Mandaue City is the masarial, some sort of like sweet dessert like masarial. I will feature that and see for those foreigners that haven't been here, so you can see our different delicacies in every place. So when when you say Mandawi City, we know as locals here that Masarials are the best here because that is where it originates. We're now coming to an end. Look at all the Interfield Market. That's the plywood makers there. And this is the Kanduman Town Center ahead, and this is the Kanduman Market. And if we go there on the right side, that will take us to the highway. But we are going straight here and go to the left. This is gonna take us to Hagubiao, connecting to Consolacion. So there's nice bananas there. So there's a kid keep knocking on the door. Actually, there's a ordinance in most cities here, Lapu-Lapu, Mandaue, especially Cebu City, that you should not be giving like money to beggars. You should give them food if you want to give, because sometimes they got beaten up for that, or there even some before there are cases that kids are being kidnapped by syndicates that to beg on the street. Now most people are told just to give food or any assistance aside from money. That kind of syndicate have stopped. So it's 37 seconds just to cross here to the left. We are entering Consolacion. Just want to check something on my stash of, food and drinks. This is Hagubiao Road. This is also where you find ABS-CBN station. Right on the left side from here. Then the Shackman Motors, trucks and payloaders. So we are now on the main highway going to the north. There you go. All the garden ornaments. Oh, I was invited by them to feature them one day. That's the Republic Cebu powder coating, where you buy powder coated aluminum bars. And this is the ABS-CBN, and also the sellers of multi-cabs and used cars are around this area. But the trouble is there is no parking area. That is one of the problem here of the establishment. They just built their businesses right on the edge of the road, and where did they expect the customers to park? And if you park on the road, you have to timing it. There's no traffic enforcers, otherwise you get done. You have a ticket. Now we are coming through the Municipality of Consolation. You can see it up ahead. There. Welcome to the Municipality of Consolation. Consolacion, like Liloan, is a first-class municipality. It's about 13.7 kilometers from the main center of Cebu City. And this has so many barangays in here. 21 barangays. Consolacion, as you notice, is very traffic during normal days, or even right now during rush hour. It's plugged up around here. So this municipality is now been developed into a residential urban municipality. You can see a lot of commercial centers on both sides. here, the fiesta is celebrated on Valentine's Day. Their fiesta, I think, is called the Saruk Festival, because it's named after the hat that's made of bamboo and banana leaves that the farmers are using. You know, Saruk hats. And here, the economic trend is really going fast. There's developing a lot of housing or subdivision facilities around here, with its several medium-sized manufacturing industries. So there are a few small, mediums, and medium-sized enterprises or factories around here. And if you look at on the right side, that's their seat of governance. That's the Municipal Hall of Consolacion. And the first one was destroyed by a typhoon on 1892, and the second one was destroyed during the World War II, and that's the third one now. But Consolacion, you can see there's barriers in the middle of the road, had designated turning area, because before, where anyone can just cross over the street, stop there and cross on the other side, that's the cause of a lot of clog up. And if you see on the right side, that will be going to the Consolacion Public Market. I will feature that one day because I had a few requests about that. And here is the designated turning point. If you want to go back to the Liluan way, you go where the tricycle's coming out. That's the turning point if you're coming from the north here, where the buses are on the left side. So you go there. So they have now, like, look at the concrete barriers in the middle to prevent all the people crossing over whenever they want and avoid all the traffic congestion. One prominent building around here, as you know, is the third SM Mall here in Cebu City, and in Cebu rather, is the SM City Consolacion. And around the area, they are developing a lot of residential housing, commercial, like sa Cebu Home and Builders have a branch there. And that one here on the right is going to Tayud. Now there's McDonald's, of course, on the front of SM City Consolacion. SM still closed, so it's not so traffic yet. It'll be open about 9 o'clock. That's when you see the clog ups. That's McDonald's. I don't fancy that for breakfast. And see what I mean? It's now starting to file up again. So this is one of the problem here in Consolacion. There is no diversion road aside from the Tayud, which will take you to the other side. But it's quite longer, and also the road in Tayud is not well developed yet. Not paved road. I mean, there's still areas that they're still working on it. So most people just prefer this way instead of that way. So again, this is Consolacion, 13.7 kilometers from the center of Cebu City, with 21 barangays. You see, there's still a jeepney there. There's an accident. No wonder there's a clog up. There, you can see a motorbike. And that's the traffic enforcers here measuring the actual event. There, that's the accident between two motorcycles, and 3 traffic enforcers trying to settle the dispute on who done the damage. Here on the left side, that's the Tambayan Food Park of Consolacion. And another prominent thing here is the Suzuki motorcycle showroom. They have the cheapest motorcycle, and then the auction place You know, Japanese auctions is also happen big here. You know, the Maritaka, I know it's Marituka, but something like that. They're quite popular around here. Now, Japanese auction, the lot, and then you bid. Not just ukay-ukay, but mostly like Japanese items. This is the U-turn slot. It's really clogged up around that area. Most of the time, not just rush hour, but right now because it's a Sunday, not a lot is going out. Maybe later. Sunday is family bonding day, Sunday lechon day, so a lot of people go to the beach on Sunday. We are now on Hugan, Barangay Pitogo, Consolacion, and we are now right leaving Consolacion boundary, and this is now Yati Liluan. You know, Liluan area have a lot of history for the World War II because there's a lot of guerrillas hiding here. If you read history books, Liluan Fiesta is the last week of May, and they have this Rosquillos Festival. You know, the Titay's Rosquillos, that's their delicacy here in Liluan. I don't know what's the delicacy of the Consolacion. That's I need to search on that one. They are doing the road fixing here, and also Liluan is the home of ceramics, now fiberglass makers. There's a lot around here, and you will see that further. We are just around Yati. So if I'm also reading about my research on the World War II events, and I have read that around Liluan, Kotkot area, right to Compostela, there are Japanese activities that happen between Japanese and the guerrillas, Filipinos that fights the Japanese. And there's some bloody wars between clash around here in the rivers of Kotkot and Latag-Ube, right there to Compostela. So Liluan only have 14 barangays, and it's a first-class municipality like Consolacion. There's two together, our first-class municipality income-wise, and Liluan is quite big. There is actually a pending bill right now in the Senate since 2019 for the conversion of Liluan into a component city. You know, like Danao, Buko. It's still pending in the Senate right now. It was filed in 2019. So you should not be surprised that one day it will be approved, because you can see the development around here is going really fast. In Liluan, they will be calling this Liluan City. There's an upcoming Pier 88 that will take you to Mactan from the main Liluan area where the seat of governance, where the municipal hall is located. There will across it near the church of San Fernando Rey. This is the Yati market, by the way. God, I'm shocked. There's a lot of communities around here. So this is the Yati crossing. Oops. Then they see all the barriers because this is also a clog up area. So it seems that Liluan is more likely to become a city when things back to normal. You know, the 2019, late 2019 it was filed, and then the pandemic hits, so that's why it was still pending. But it's actually rumored to be favored by most of the senators or the congressmen that have to vote for it. So Liloan is an upcoming component city, another city here in Cebu Island. And you can see all, like I said, there's ceramics, now fiberglass because it's the ending industries around here. And you can find them cheaper than the one in Cebu City. The best way is, if you're a foreigner, let your wife do the haggling, because as a foreigner, you buy those items on the road, prices will change. And you know, I'm talking about experience. That's why old B, when he comes with me, he goes around, tell me what he wants, and then next day or later on, I just put him in a coffee shop. I'll go back and buy it and do the purchasing and buy it for him with a lesser price than if he is the one purchasing it direct. So those are the Motor Star on the left. On the left here, there's a lot of the ceramics and fiberglass pots and pans. That's Solera Ceramics on the left side. They have invited me to feature their shop again. And bamboo makers. So the distance from Cebu City to here is about 23 kilometers. Liloan Municipality, first class municipality. And if you look at on the left side, lechon. A lot of lechon vendors around here, like I mentioned a while ago. Now this multi-club's gonna go, or it's just gonna stay there? Another lechon vendor. So this is the home of the famous Titay's Rosquillas. It's like a cookie with a hole in the middle and thinly baked. Look at another lechon vendors that where you can actually eat on the side. They got some hanging rice that goes with it. On the right side, there's another lechon vendors. There's two there. Oh, come on! This is also the home of the JB rock, you know, they're ornamental rocks that you can buy by square meters for decorations in your garden or in your home. The natural looking rocks. So we are now nearing the seat of governance, the center of Liloan. So they have, you know, that this is already municipality under the governor's watch. So Liloan is not that strict in regards to the face mask and the face shield. And that's what I've noticed in the provinces, that they are not that strict because most is open. Although, like in San Remigio, their curfew is still 12 o'clock, which is normal anyway for minors. Here we are. You can see the small replica of the famous lighthouse here in Liloan. That's the church of the Fernando del Rey, San Fernando Rey, and you can see on the banner there that Pier 88 Liloan Port. That's the new port here that is gonna servicing from Liloan to Mactan. Now Liloan Food Street on the left side. It's full up with all the food for sale, especially to beach goers. So Oldie just woke up and asking me, where are you? Are you going today? I just answered him. You know, the reason that I would rather have Oldie staying at home, because actually we have a small dog, an oldish dog that become our family toy dog. We have several dogs, and this one is our favorite. That because she's a bit old, she struggles to breathe sometimes. She got asthma, and every time that she got asthma, she runs to Old B. So, and that's my dog, and I would be happy if nothing happens to her, like, you know, she can't breathe. So you can see how commercialized. That's the Titay's shop on the left side. You can see how commercialized is Liluan now, with big roads, with a lot of commercial establishments, and they are improving and improving. So I could see that there will be a component city soon. There, commercial establishment after commercial establishment that you can see around here. This is also where I featured all those surplus kitchen equipment. That's Liluan Doctors, OPD, outpatient department. The road is wider here because, you know, motorists come sometimes, like they're having a death wish. Well, how can I explain it? They don't even look from side to side. Are they safe to cross? They just cross and expect you to accommodate immediately. But not all. Some knows how to do it. So Pipito's Beach Resort, there, full up. There's a lot of people. This is the second Titay's on the left side, on the right side. Titay's shop. That's the Rosquillas that the Liluan is famous for. And there's Siesta Beach Resort. Barrow Fields we just passed. I gotta have to try this this unlimited seafood makan. Let's see, I want to taste that for you, if it's any good. And considering that they are now near to the seafood catchers, because Liluan is coastline municipality, you can see they got loads of beach, because right on the on the right side is the sea. That's why you can see a lot of beach resort on the right side. Traffic plug up. Don't tell me this is another accident. Oh. Accident it is. This is the second one that we just passed. There's a car and a motorbike. You can see the car stopping in the middle. And I'm told to stop because someone wants to cross. That's the car. And smack on the motorbike is a woman driver. There's the motorbike. Oh, the motorbike is crossing towards the those are the like bamboo kubo around this area of Liloan, around that area where the smacking happened. That will be in Hubay. There. Checkpoints. Abno. You're a traffic enforcer and you're standing in the middle. Not on the line. Yeah, this is Balibud Bridge. God, look at all this bikers, motorcycle riders. They also like group together and then do their own games or competition. So you beat me, so you expect me to stop so you can go. Get your power on if you wanna overtake. Yeah, fine. So we are nearing the end of Liloan and soon be entering the Municipality of Compostela. Nasulan mo eh. If you want to overtake, maneuver it. Na make the other person stop for you. Bicycle riders everywhere. This is also where, right on the end of Liloan, before you enter Compostela, you see that City Hardware. They got a big City Hardware there. Look, all the bicycle riders. So what's here? Why is it clogged up? There up ahead, you see our home Compostela. Compostela is also full of World War II history, especially in one of their barangays because the Tag-Ube and the Magay. So Compostela is about 31.8 kilometers from the center of Cebu City. It has 17 barangays. It's a third-class income municipality. Many, you know, those roosters for game farms are found here in Compostela, the fighting roosters. They are breeding top-of-the-line fighting cocks around here. And their fiesta is celebrated on July 25, and their patron saint is Saint James the Apostle. And also Compostela has been declared by the Archbishop, one of the Archbishop Vidal, I think, as the Santiago de Compostela, like a way of James Pilgrim for those religious pilgrimage that happens in Spain, I think, and then they have it here as well in Compostela. There's a few resorts that Compostela is famous for. I have featured a few of them, like the Green Lagoon, Cascade, and also Compostela is known for their white cheese. You know, Quesong Puti, white cheese. That's the Estaca Bay. That's another resort here. It used to be called Stakili. Another famous one around here is the adobo. You know, the fried pork, crispy fried pork adobo near the public market of Compostela, the Singson Cafe or restaurant there, or Carinderia. That's the Singson that you have to I just have to answer those texts, you know, because it's annoying. But you know, that's one of the famous here is the adobo, Singson adobo. So I have to try that because that adobo, the fried pork, is famous even before the war. So it's a pre-war era cuisine of the Singson family. This has become a line of eateries now. It used to be vacant here before on the right side, and they have a lot of beach resort as like Liluan, the Compostela is famous for. You know, one of the barangays, there's also furniture factories around here, and I could remember one called Nature's Legacy. That's like their Compostela's part of the Cebu's furniture industry. Nature's Legacy is Cebu's big furniture industry that's coming from one of the big furniture industry that's coming from here. There you go, FDS, Compostela by the Sea. They got a lot of beach resorts around here. And you know, one of my research tells me that there is an area here, Tag-Ube and Barangay Magay, where the clashing of the Japanese versus the Filipino guerrillas happened. In fact, it's not well reported, but in Barangay Magay, that there's a death of the 2 Japanese officials during the clash between the guerrillas that lead to the massacre of the people in Barangay Magay, the residents, and the burning of their 2 school buildings because 2 Japanese officials was killed during this clash. This is the Compostela Public Market. That is where you find the Singson adobo, Singson pork adobo. And in your left side, you can see the Municipal Hall of Compostela. And like I said, a third-class municipality. The road around this area will goes narrow around here. And it's narrower. It's like a Cebu City road. So you gotta be slowing down when you reach this area. Lots a lot of pedestrians, bikers, motorcycles. Another thing, they have no signal around here. Right on the end of this road, then you got a signal again. I wonder why. Or perhaps there's another network around here. I have to check my smartphone. But I'm going to Bantayan to share it with you. So the Bantayan is the really awesome beach over there, especially in Santa Fe. But there are areas in Bantayan that we haven't visited, like the Balibud Lagoon. That's a very nice area, but they are on the other side, the tip of Bantayan. Not much commercialized, not much hype has been given on it. So the Balibud, I hope to feature that this time. So right on the right side now, it's the Green Lagoon, I believe. Yes, I have featured the Green Lagoon, and it's not bad. Got a nice area for playing here on the right side, it's hangout area, bar and restaurants. At least here the world's wider. In Poblacion there becomes narrower from the municipal hall. So that's why I don't talk so much there, because I gotta be careful. And here, this is the Compostela Sports Center. Well, on the right side, on the left side, they do their cockfighting, but it's not allowed as of the moment. Only I have seen the cockfighting happening on further provinces like Tabugon, but not around here, because this is still very near the city. Only 31 kilometers more or less. There you can see the sign Cascades Nature Park. I have also featured that one. If you see what's Cascades, look at my video Cascades Compostela Cebu. Right. As we go further on now, nearing Danao City. There, I know we're on the end. We are now entering Danao. It says welcome to Danao. So Danao City is one of the component city here in Cebu Island. It used to be a very busy industrial city. Like they got, what's this, cement factories, is about 48.8 kilometers from the center of Cebu City. And you know what Danao is famous for? They are on their gun industry. The guns that you buy here is called Paltic. But now, it was regulated in 1990s that the makers of those items are already licensed with permits, and one of the famous makers is World MPC. But you know, the chairman of the World MPC died in 2010. So after his death, the industry again was not able to comply with the requirements and for regulations. So the industry is not given a permit again, and again it goes underground. That industry is known since 1905. So during the World War II, the makers have gone underground and then work together with the guerrillas. Around here in Danao as well is the Cebu Railway that connects Danao City to Argao. But during the war, World War II, it was heavily bombed that it was never recovered. In Tucson, 5 minutes away. In Tucson is actually the sugar milling industry of Danao. But now, they don't do it. In Tucson is actually the old sugar mill. Now it become a beach resort, and that's where I'm stopping to pick up my brother that went partying with my sister's family, the in-laws of my sister. And now I'll be picking him up to accompany me to Bantayan Island so he can also check his house there. You know, my brother, I told you that he's in and out of the can. supposed to be like tough on his younger days and all that. One time, Old B give him a good hiding. And that's why he's scared of Old B. Real give him a good hiding that if really scared him to death, that he don't really go around Old B much because he's scared of him. And I told him, I thought you're tough because Old B saw me and him fighting, I mean physically fighting, and so Old B told him, she is my wife now and nobody will touch her or hurt her even if it's her brother. So Old B gave him a good hiding and he was so scared of that, pinned him to the ground, and that from then on he don't want to go around where Old B is, you know, not going near him. So I'm looking for this Intusan. Where is this? I'm gonna have to stop, I think, to check on the good friend Siri of what she can recommend. There are, look, the one that's smoking on the side of the road, that is the bibingka makers here in Danao. Now Siri, show me where is Intusan Beach Resort. So I have to turn around because Siri was telling me that I already passed it. Let me check again. So Siri have it wrong. He thinks it's an Intusan whatever. So I'm on the right track, but Siri have it wrong. She thinks it's an Intusan shop. Yeah, fine. Now I'm continuing on to the Central Nautical Highway, trying to find the Intusan Beach Resort where I have to pick up my brother to accompany me to Bantayan Island. We are now on Sabang, Barangay Sabang, Danao. That's the Sabang Elementary and High School buildings on the left side, and right next to it, I think, is the Cebu Technical Institute, Technical University. It's not institute anymore here in Sabang, Danao as well. They got some lodging house and pension houses around this area here in Sabang, Danao. And most of the public transport is jeepneys, bus, and for the rural areas, that will be tricycles. That Hope Pension House That's another thing that you can rate. There's Deca homes up there. Yeah, this is the Cebu Technological University building on the left side. So here we are. We are passing through this. I thought it's a resort. It's on the residential housing. Now you can see on the side the shoreline of Danao. This is Coco Palms Resort. And Club Filipino Cebu is on the left side. And here is a different beach resort around in Danao, where they are not blessed with white sand, but the beach here are enjoyed mostly by the locals. Usually on the left, the right side, the entrance is around 20 pesos per person. That's Coco Beach, and then you rent the cottage for 500 to 600 pesos for the day to put your items in. So we are now going to Barangay. This is Barangay Luok, but we are going to the Danao proper. So Danao, being a shoreline municipality, coastline municipality rather, is the home of many fish, and also the home of the famous grilled fish on the road, where you can eat grilled fish from breakfast. Look at all the fish vendors there. Another group of fish vendors. Look at their shoreline. So they have a lot of fish vendors. That's our pension houses. And this is now the line of the famous grilled fish of Danao, fresh from the catch. See there on the past Tapahan on the right side. These are all the line of the Tapahan. Now here, where the fish is being segregated and sold straight from the boats on the back of it. If you want fresh fish, come here in Danao. So that's the slogan of Danao. Sidlak Danao. So driving to Danao from Cebu City is about an hour approximately. So we are now on the proper Danao. You can see there's McDonald's. That's their Bay Walk, which is closed as of the moment, park that you can relax and sit and watch the waves, watch the sea as you relax. San Jose Villanueva Church on the left side, and that's the port going to Camotes Island, port of Danao. And next to it is the Danao Sands Mall. There's Metro department store there that's just open, newly open. Because I was here when it was open, and there's so many people who want to get in. So they are renovating their public building there. I'm trying to follow what Siri has telling me about where to go on this Intusan resort. So I have to divert on this one Now get out of the way. I mean this advert. There's the Cosmopolitan Funeral Homes on the right side. Now over here, I have to turn.
Unahan, ma'am.
Unahan ra?
Straight lang ka. Dayon, nigdahin mo saka mo na intusan.
Sige ya.
May kwan.
Naingan ya. Thank you ya ha. Salamat kaya. I have to ask someone because you know sometimes Siri, like the first time, she directed me to Intusan shop. So she's correct this time with her navigation. So this is the way to the Intusan. So I have to go straight here, and there's actually, he said, there's welcome to Barangay Tabok. The Nasan Eco Park is also here. That is still far away. A lot for rent. But I hope it won't. Just Joe. Now let's see, where is this Intusan Beach Resort? I think that's the one. It's got a name there. Intusan Beach Resort. Intusan is actually the sugar milling. Doon nga sa parking. Now I'm continuing on my trip to Bantayan Island. I have my brother with me on the back now to assist me in the ordering of the boat and to show me more of the places around Bantayan Island. As you know, my folks have come from that island, so he lives there on my mom's share of land. He had his own house there, but most of the time he comes to Cebu City to bond with the family. Mostly stays with my sister because we often fall out, but you know what it is with siblings, on and off. Now we are still around the Danao City area. We just left Tabuk and now back to the main Central Nautical Highway on the way to Carmen. So we are now in, they covered the Ginsay Bridge. So this is Barangay Ginsay, Danao City. So here in Barangay Ginsay, their patron saint is the Nuestra Senora. They have their own chapel there that we just passed by. There's a lulier around here. Good thing with lulier is like you send and receive money from there. You can also pay your bills. There's Build It Danao, that's their hardware. And we are now nearing Barangay Dungguan. Because you know, Dungguan is where most of those politics are coming from. So they are around this area, but since they, like I said, the licensing permit for these manufacturers, we just passed Dungguan Bridge, for these manufacturers has not been complied, because before the chairman of the World Organization, you know, the manufacturers organization had complied with it, and now he died in 2010. Permits and of the rules and regulations and regulations of the gun making was not complied, so they are now again on the underground. So you can notice around here, this is the industrial area. Dungguan is the industrial area where cement making used to happen here. But now all the buildings are dilapidated. It's not been used, like you can see there. Some parts are used by another cement maker, the Aboitiz one. What is this name? There you are. You can see the Republic Cement, the now plant. But all of this, look at the buildings there, just left dilapidated because the factories have left, the business has ceased. But still, Danao is tourism wise still its own infancy. There's not a lot of things for tourists around here. And this is on the dry dock area going to Isabel Leyte. You can catch the ferry here to Isabel Leyte. That's why it's called Dungguan. Dungguan means the docking area where the boat come and dock. So look at the sign. We are now in the Municipality of Carmen. Carmen is the home of Cebu Safari. And due to that, the Carmen now has been slowly developing different resorts different areas that people can visit. In short, they are opening their tourism since the Cebu Safari is making Carmen, is putting Carmen on the map of places to visit. Have you noticed there are better roads here, 4 lanes, but we're only using the one in the middle, but at least if you want to go on the leeway, you still can use that. There we go. It warns that the road narrows around here. You can see the stagnating water on the left side because of the constant rain that happens every day here for the month of June. Glad it's a sunny day today, but you can see dark clouds looming up ahead. So we are in the West Carmen, Cebu. Carmen also boasts of nice beach resorts around here since it's also a coastal town, coastal municipality. Like I said, I've been passing through here so many times now that some of the places becomes familiar. When I was featuring Carmen, I've seen this before. I think it's like my 7th time now to pass this road. Now we are on Poblacion. Poblacion is the center of town. So every municipality have a Poblacion. So they are working as well on these roads here. They're cementing that one on the right side. There's the Santino Pizza. It's closed for Sundays. What's popular in most municipalities is the motorbikes. So you can see there's motorbike dealers and motorbike vulcanizing and repair area. Now we are passing through. Left side, you can see the Church of Saint Agustin, the patron saint of Carmen. The church is open. It's Sunday today, so people will just, like in the cathedral, at every hour mass. That's what I could remember during the normal times. But, you know, it's still done now that the church has opened. So this is the Carmen Activity Center. On the right side, you can see their big plaza, and on the left side is their seat of municipality, the Municipal Hall. And that's the Amazing Carmen. On the right side, that's the slogan for the municipality. This one here is the technical school. There's someone making guitars there, Gitara sa Carmen. I might as well feature this here, but I think I can park somewhere farther here because this is now where the market, public market, so you can see a lot of commercial shops around, and it's hard to park around this area. There, Carmen Public Market on the right side, you can see everything here seems to have a shop. They have the Metro Supermarket on the left side. And most of the shops that's selling food and other stuff. They even got a helmet shop on the left side. That's Andok's Chicken, then Mormon Church. And up ahead you can see the sign where you have to turn on the left going to Cebu Safari. As of the moment, Cebu Safari is making it awkward because you cannot walk in there, and also if you book online, they only accept credit cards and pay Maya, not any other means of paying. Like the easier way is to pay GCash. It has to be the hardest one. Carmen National High School on the left side. So me and Old B was planning to have a Carmen trip, the three of us with our daughter, but we just, because I don't want to put the credit card details online, so I have a GCash, but they want me to go only pay Maya. Pay Maya is the hardest payment thing that you get so awkward. How many times you had to try to register, but they just find it so, I don't know what's wrong with their app. This is the bus stop where you have 24-hour food, and the bus, like the words say, bus stop, stops there. The bus from Carmen, just going to Carmen. So look at the beauty of the mountainside on the left side. And the office of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources is here on the right. You can see Republic of the Philippines, DNR, with the eagle on the top, with a statue of an eagle on the top. Also here in Carmen, on my readings about the World War II history, is the location of the surrender. Well, they march after the surrender, and this is on this barangay. This is Barangay Luyang. So I'm gonna have to find the actual spot where the March of Surrender happened, because I still want to do my World War II history. I know I don't have a lot of views on it because, you know, not many is interested about the history, but I know a few of my regular subscribers and viewers will still love to see the places where the actual fightings happen, and monumental places like that. I have shown you the monument of the surrender of the Japanese, and just like I said, in Compostela, there in Barangay Magay, that barangay, because of the death of 2 Japanese officials during the fight against the guerrillas, Barangay Magay was massacred, even burning their 2 school buildings because of that. So that's some of the things that you read on your research, but not a lot has been reported about that, like the Compostela, Tag-Ube, and Barangay Magay, where there's a bloody confrontation between the guerrillas and the Japanese soldiers. And here in Carmen, that's where the march in Barangay Luyang, the march after, during the surrender rather. This is Barangay Fuente, Carmen. You see Fuente Elementary School. Fuente Covered Court on the left side. When I was young, they used to have like PM37 is the best beach here in Carmen. I'm trying to see where is PM37 because I've never been there, only heard about it. But I didn't see any beach resort. But there are a lot, like here, Emrock Beach Resort. Oh, KM47 rather, not KM37. That will be just around Compostela then. Danao. Nice house. shame about the vandals on the walls. That's why, you know, in my walls in my house, I want to have those IVs, scrolling IVs, to cover it up before, like that. So look at the vandals. So they won't be spraying the walls when it's all covered with those scrolling things. That one is strategic, putting bougainvilleas on their walls. Here, this is Sanpan Beach Resort. Then that's John Sands Beach Resort. Look at all the nice beach resorts around here. This is like a castle. It's now a private property, but you see what I mean? Aligarbes Beach Resort. Ralph Beach. Sonata Beach Resort. That's Sun Pension Beach Resort. So that must be another beach resort coming up, the the newly walled one on the right side. Cucina Carmen. That's a nice restaurant. Binungkalan Carmen. Huna that resort. Thinking DGA. The big tin wheeler is trying to overtake, but I don't know how far he wants to go. Just in front of me. Wow, really? We are now entering the Municipality of Katmon. Katmon is the place of the famous Bibingka Road. That's another beach resort there, but it's got no name. But you can see the families are on the cottages. See them all in there in the cottages. Look at that on the left, on the right rather. Very nice. They are still working on the expansion of the roads here. The governor is really active on all this road improvements. The Majestic View Resort. That's another small beach resort. It's called Hinagdanan Beach Resort. KM47, that's the one. This is around KM47 Beach. This is also Resort Binungkalan. That will be going down the cliff. Hinagdanan means staired. So there's a stairway to heaven. No, stairway down to the beach. So Hinagdanan. Kalan Stopover Bake Shop and Bakery Eatery. Cliff Cabanas, Katmon. That's a new beach resort here. So the roadside will soon be cemented. This is the parish Saint Joseph the Worker Parish of Katmon. This is the bay that I always stop to view, but this time I'll pass it. I'll stop there when I come back. Look at the hut there. This Bersady Bay Resort, Aguabilia Beach Resort. This is the Katmon Bay that I always stop and love to look at it. This is in Panalipan Bridge. Cross over the road, get down there, and they're on the beach. Although some would rather have some there water ski on a resort. They can rent cottages, but there are also public areas that you can just get down and go to the beach. You just pass by one. Just wipe some of that dust. There we are. Oh, I thought we're on the, that was in Barangay Macaas, is the Bibingka Road. We are still in Panalipan, Barangay Pinalipan. So that's privately owned. Most of the beachfronts privately owned, and that's Turtle Beach Resort. The Grotto KM49 Beachhead Resort. That's the grotto, that's the parking area. Yeah, it's KM47. I remember it now. That's the nice beach area around here in Katmon, not Carmen. Ocean View Beach, 810 Central Nautical Highway. This is the Escrima School where you learn Arnis, the martial arts, Filipino martial arts, where you can stay there and learn the courses. Ellie's Garden Paradise. Then that's, you can see on the roadside one of Katmon's product, which is the coconut wine. Vinegar, not wine, sorry. But they also do coconut wine, which is called tuba. Tuba is coconut wine. This one, that's vinegar. And you see my video of 3 Roses vinegar as a Filipina success story, the first maker of vinegar here in Katmon, where out of necessity she created the vinegar that most are selling now, because of her story that her husband paralyzed and she's left with children, 5 children to care for. Karing's Beach Resort, another Kubakut Beach Resort, and this is the new one called Berlo Beach Resort. So if you're renting cottages for day use, usually it's around 500 pesos up. Maybe in small beach resort it will be cheaper, but that's the rate around here now, which is nothing if you are enjoying what you're doing, bonding with the family and friends. Felicit Beach Resort. Public beach. Some people just lie there on the rocks with their little food on the rocks and they just swim. Recuerdo Beach Resort. We're passing through Katmon Bridge. I know that that house is one of my landmarks, that we are already on the bridge of Katmon, that yellow weird house. Public Market, and they have a proposed building there. You can see on the tarp that they will be making a proper public market building, but I will have to feature that. I haven't featured that Katmon Public Market yet. Beach Restaurant and Resort. Then a private property. We are now entering the Bibingka Road. Look at that. Start here, Barangay Makaas. Oh, Bibingka, and this is their busiest day. Sunday is where they start from 4 a.m. selling this bibingka. because a lot of locals go to church and stop by the Bibingka Road to buy some bibingka. They even extend here now. There's a new line of bibingka sellers around here. It must have been a good business for them to be extending and extending. That's Aya Beach Resort. There are rooms for rent as well in there for any parties. Hogan. Then again, this is on the left. That's Rose, the Filipina who started the vinegar making in Three Rose store, who started the vinegar industry here in Kanduman. And you can see here on my video the Filipina success story. And I like featuring that. I know there's not a lot of people watching those stories like that, but you know, the self-reliance. If somebody giving that woman handouts, she won't be what she is right now, able to build her house, have vehicles, put the children to school by herself while still caring for her husband's medicine. But she did strive on. She have a little loan just to give that start off, and then there she goes producing those vinegar. But unfortunately right now, some of her employees are her competition. Oh, nice beach line. Sports and amusement center. You know that it's gonna be where they're fighting cocks. This one, another vinegar seller. Food house. Now here is Duko Eatery. Again, a lot of vinegar sellers left and right. So 30, I'm now 46 kilometers from Cebu City. So because I left like 12,330, now it's 12,376, so 46 kilometers. Las Flores Hotel. OMG, there's dogs playing on the middle of the highway. Now you can see this house, the White House with a big land. All walled properly. This is Naghalin Bridge, Katmon. Coruscant Barangay, Coruscant, Kanduman. Torta, Kanduman torta. You know, torta is famous in Argao, and the best one was Chitang's torta. That's the torta video I have. Also, the motorcycle dealer Rusi is closed, but Sim Motorcycle there is open. Katman Funeral Services. This is all in Roosters. And you can see a lot of commercial centers around here. This is where I buy my drinks. Unong kapalit ng tubig to yun? Kaya ka tubig?
Namo tubig din. Yung may.
Ito tapat ba tayo? This is the seat of municipality. Discover Katmon is their slogan. Police station, municipal hall, sports center is located around here. You can see a lot of commercial shop, hardware, 7-Eleven is back there. Like I said, I always stop there to buy some drinks, but fortunately right now, I'm bringing my own drinks and only is giving me some of his snacks.
Photo dire. Bang ka?
Yan na. Sumpay ko.
Kulitan gini mo nag-stand.
Ikaw pagkikupot. So my brother is asking me, I got a holder now of the camera because, yeah, Oldie sorted that out for me. Kawe kupot. Katmon Integrated School, and obviously they only come there to pick up their modules because no schooling is still happening right now. Borussia, German resto, delis and meat and hotel. And I know when we pass that Borussia, we are now nearing the next municipality, which is the municipality of Daddy Bob. So good. Lawis Sugod. There's North Sky Beach Resort. The Summer House Beach Resort. They're just like easy vacation house. North Cebu Coast Beach Resort. That's like 4 just in line there. Beach resorts and hotel. Now we're passing through the Municipal Hall of Sugod, which is on the left side. Dali na Sugod. Come on, Sugod. That's their slogan. I was finding it hard to find a parking area around here when I stopped by around in Sugod. I was told to park somewhere here past the gym, and that's the church over there on the left side overlooking the view of the sea. I was told to park here where the motorbike is. Because apparently the gym is not it's prohibited to park in the front of it. There's a blind curve here. There's another blind curve. This is now in Barangay Bagatayam. Look at on the left side, that's the cemetery overlooking the ocean, like a prime property that is. But it can on the right side, that's the sea line, and this is on the cemetery is overlooking it across on the left. Bagatayam, where you can find waterfalls and the river, where they're like the source of water here. Bagatayam Bridge. And that's they call it the Binalio Spring, the river, the source where the people wash their clothes. There is a church just beside the spring. It's just down there on the mountainside, so you need to be prepared to get down, although the steps are already been made properly, so it's not that bad. But you know, there's no area for like a wheelchair, so it needs to get down the staircase that they made going down the side of the hill. But the actual spring, like a waterfall spring, you can just see it on the side of the road there in Barangay Bagatayam. You notice that they are clearing out the side of the road to make it 4 lanes both sides. So we are now leaving Barangay Bagatayam. They are now in Damulog, Barangay Damulog, Sugod. I like this place. It's very peaceful. And also, I've noticed it's clean. There you go. There's all the. I stopped there once to have a drink, which reminds me I need a drink. This is Prince Warehouse Club, opening soon here in Barangay Damulog, Sugod. You see, there's LBC. The hospital is also here. The Sugod District Hospital, Palawan. This is like the center of activity in Damulog. That's a commercial center, and that's the Damulog Barangay Hall. It's quite very busy around this area, you know. intersection. That way you go to Tabugon, but I will follow the road because I'm going up San Remigio, Hagnaya. That one that will take you to Tabugon on the right side. More and more people are living further in the provinces, or I should say that more and more houses have been built by more and more people are living in an area. Kanan sa ini Cebu. Now we are here on this road where there is a wall on the side for earthquake or landslide prevention. And people stop here like the motorbike to mesmerize the view of the mountainside. But you see, like, look at the road, a very long wall, still right on the end. Landslide prone area, so that's why they're building that retaining wall to at least block all the droppings. They've got one there now, and they are still doing it here. Barangay Damulog. Barangay Damulog is quite big. There's the retaining wall. Still continue here, but they're just working that one with the boulders on the side, so I might just stop here because it's already, I think this is the end of that retaining wall. This is where you find the basket weavers. You can see them on my videos as well. So good basket weavers. This is another measures that they do to prevent the landslide, is to cover the actual hill with that kind of netting. They also do this in the Trans Central Highway, Usay, Malubog to Balamban. There you go. Look on the left side, those are the basket weaver industry. That's basket industry, weaving industry here in Cebu. And I've noticed that as you go further on, you can find it cheaper Then the first one that you see here. We are now leaving Barangay Namulo. I don't know what barangay is the next one, but I know there's more basket weavers here. Got more people as well. Look at all the shops on the side. I think it's their fiesta, because there's tarpaulin there for Happy Fiesta. Someone's roasting pig there. So it is their fiesta here. They're basket weavers. Look, there's a sound system, so it is their fiesta here. Another basket weaver. Last time there's some around this area, but I think because it's their fiesta, they didn't display any. You can see some here. Planters for your plants at home. More basket weavers. I think this is the last displays that you can see on the roadside. Trying to overtake. Oh, there's some more here. One more on the curb. Overtaking on the curb. I know the multi-cab is quite slow, but this is the right time to overtake. It's straight. You can see what's coming up. We are now leaving Sugod. We are entering Bourbon, the Municipality of Bourbon. St. Paul Parish Church. Barangay Lugo, Bourbon. Here now, kilometer 69 from Cebu City. And you can see the traffic becomes scarcer and scarcer. There's only a few vehicles on the road now. We are now going further up north. Bourbon. Barangay Lugo, you're now in Barangay Clavera. The truck carrying gasoline is going so fast. See you, Daki. A serious bus on my back, and you know what they're like. They're gonna try to overtake despite it's a curve, so I'm gonna have to be watching out for that. So this is Barangay Clavera, Bourbon. They just asphalted this road. And you can see there's a lot of vendors on the side of this road for bananas and other crops or any of their farm things. Right now is the season of jackfruit, so you can see them selling a lot of jackfruit. That's the Clavera Gin. The series bus is getting nearer and nearer to me on overtaking the other one. That one is Cebu Autobus. The series is the yellow one. Is trying to overtake. I told you this is a bend, but look at is there preparing to overtake. This is one thing that you need to watch out are the buses. They're very fast drivers, reckless drivers, I say. Now he goes back on the lane. This is still soon to open. It's been so long. Golden Manok Restaurant. Native and seafood restaurant. bus is actually on my back now. Sugarcane plantation. The bus is there, back on the back. Try to overtake this so the bus won't be after me. Look at the beauty of the mountainside. We are still in Bourbon. We haven't left the municipality yet. Next to Bourbon is Tabugon. That's where the municipality of the site of the first surrender of the Japanese to the American forces. The next municipality up. Bus has to stop again so he can't run after me because they're very pushy. Push you out of the way. Don Gregorio Elementary School. Wowie. this KTTS taxis. Gotta bear with me because I still got my braces on. That's why I speak funny sometimes. Basket weaving. They said in Cebu that they also get their stocks from people here in Bourbon. Those are the stuff that they use for the basket weaving. The dry grass something. Oh, and Jada Bass is on my back now. Anyway, he's always preparing to overtake. He can overtake if he likes. Now he's overtaking. So I have to stop here looking at the hills of Tabugon because my camera ran out of charge. Now I could continue on my journey. I still got an hour in my SIM card and 100% charge on this camera, so I'll be alright. I'm charging the other one. Just answer this. Hello? So I'm here driving in Tabugon. You can see the hills, the strategic locations of the hills. And someone even comment that how can you say it's beautiful? There is no water around this area. Water can be dug up on the wells. You have a sophisticated well digging water well that can be sorted, because remember the farmer really lives in the middle of, surrounded by hills, and he found water right in the middle of the mountain. So I think it's possible because they are near the coastal lines, then water can be found possibly here. And what's that? There's water there. So that's what she's saying in a comment, that how can you say Tabugon is beautiful when there is no water source around here? So it's now 11 o'clock. I was called that a message from the hotel that I booked in. So I'm not really worried because, you know, it's Sunday, it's not Saturday when everything is fully booked. Sunday, they are locking guests. They can't be fully booked because most of the Manila people already go home on Sundays. In the area, they have plantations around here of sugar cane. So there must be a water source. In Bugon, Giwanon Spring. So there is a water flowing somewhere. Look, that's plantation of sugarcane. Welcome to Buko City. We are now entering Buko City. Mubarak Barangay High School. Answer the text. Mubarak Bridge, Buko. Let's find a nice area to park. That's for basket weaving. This is where you learn animal husbandries and all that. Have to continue because she's asking too much. She wants me to go to the page of the hotel because I already booked it through online, and she still wants more info while I'm driving. I can't do that. I'm only nearing Hagnaya. Go there before it rains. There's the Elegant Beach Resort this way. That's one of the beach resort recommended for Buko. There's the mountains again. Mountain view. This is all surplus equipments. Answer that text on Hagnaya because look, the rain is coming up and it's better signal over there as well. fiesta decoration. Start to rain in some parts, you can see from here. Because here in the Philippines, it rains every day. It already rained here. You can see the road is wet. But June is always our rainy season. We can live with that as long as it's not become a typhoon, like I said yesterday. I could remember going to school when I was elementary, and then June is the beginning of the school. June 7, June 10, and you always get your uniforms wet and your shoes wet. Because every school year, you have either new shoes or new socks. And you always get it wet in the first day of school because you could be walking home. This is La Paz, Cebu City. So we will be entering Buko proper, but be turning to the left. Casita Subdivision. There's the little houses of the subdivision. Look how fast the taxi runs. It's their hometown, Buko. That's where they operate. Kilometers away from Cebu City, according to my clock. Buko is a very busy place than most municipalities that we pass. of the Lady of the Miraculous Meadow on the right side. God, it's raining here now. Slow down because it's slippery for most motorbikes. They might just go in front of you and you run them over. Motors or tricycle don't understand what's fast lane and slow lane. 1 kilometer Jollibee. Street. There's the commercial site there that's never open. What a waste. So gasoline carrier just try to overtake. That's another KTTS van for hire. I was told they operate centrally in Buko City. That's why I could see them more around this area. That's the site of the future City Hardware branch here in Buko on the right side. We are now in the Buko proper. We'll soon see our turning towards Hagnaya, San Remigio, because San Remigio is the western part. Buko is the eastern part. Child Development Center School. proper Buko city proper. We soon be reaching our turning point to San Remigio Hagnaya Wharf. There's the turning point. That Jollibee. You can see the arrow pointing to the left, San Remigio. So last time I was consulting Siri most of the time because, as you know, that was my first time. But now, Hagnaya. So that's the delicacy of Buko is pintos, the grounded young corn mixed with milk and sugar, and then sometimes they flavored it with ariba.
So boy.
With cheese, pandan, different flavors, and they wrap it up again with a coconut sheet. My brother's in the back of the car, so you can sometimes hear me talking in our language, but I will interpret it for you so easier for you to understand, because this is still Pamintao, Buko City. We gotta have to enter San Remigio. Is still part of Cebu that's gonna be built. Of Buko, rather. Bugotika. What are we following here? Solid Home Subdivision. Could see the road on the right going to Pulambatu port that they have. You can see it in my video. It's quite a good place. Unfortunately, it was not finished after the term of, see that sign, Pulambatu Wharf. Up ahead is San Remigio. After the time of Gloria Arroyo, it was not finished. But hopefully that will improve our trip going to the north of the Philippines, to the Luzon area, because they will have a new trip there going to other places in Luzon Island. As of the moment, they only will go to Maslobs or Sugon once a week, but they will have additional one next month. So this is still the area of Buko. If you go on the left, that will take you to another municipality. The second to the end of the tip of the north of the island, that is Medellin, and the last end is Daan Bantayan, the north tip. But we are going here in the eastern side of San Remigio. JCR Ceramic Trading Center. Then they have sale of surplus cars, surplus trucks rather. Sugarcane plantation. not like this in Bantayan. The friends that I made there last time told me that they are not raining out there. Hopefully. They have cloudy skies, but there's no rain. So that's painting all the works. We are now entering San Remigio. Look at the sign there. It's called, it says rather, welcome to San Remigio. Hagnaya Beach Resort is over there. They got their local furniture shop there. There's an abode for sale. Enrose Pension House. Must be that beige and red. So we are following the road going to the Hagnaya Wharf. So that's Prince Warehouse on the right, San Remigio branch, and it's open. I have noticed a lot of this Prince Warehouse in the provinces. Dili pa dili?
Matay kwan 7-Eleven.
Oh. Let's see.
Inungan ba 7-Eleven yung liko the resto.
So he's telling me that look for the 7-Eleven shop and then we turn on the right. third house I've seen in orange. There's the sign there now, Hagnaya Wharf. Got 7-Eleven. Then we go on the right. That San Remigio have the longest shoreline in any place here in Cebu Island, and they are blessed with white sand. Look in my video, Lapyahan sa San Remigio. That's the shoreline I'm talking about, and I'm just behind this church of San Jose Nepomuceno. That's the church of San Remigio, and behind it is the Lapyahan of San Remigio. Well, you can see half of their long shoreline, because most of the private owners are walling it all off, like the beach resort, making their properties into beach resorts. Although they can't really do that if you really follow the rules. Even if you are renting the shoreline from the government, but you should not be able to just wall it off. But no, again, no enforcement. Look, only this area is raining in half there. Only that area now it's not raining as well. Clustered, scattered rain. Now this is the Hagnaya Road. Annoying thing around here, you get meet by these people that so-called assist you and just ask for money. And And they're not really assisting you. Ano lang ka? Kaya basi, tawagan lang ko na mo gawas to eh.
Oh.
So I have arrived here in the wharf of Hagnaya, and this is the same barge that's gonna take me to Bantayan Island, and it just arrived. Our schedule to go in will be, leaving will be 12:30, but I think it's almost 12 now. Depends on how fast this deployment will be, and that's how fast I could ride in the ferry or barge. So that's the bus that you pay straight on to the, like, from Bantayan straight on to SM City, Cebu. Pila kay bayad aning bus ni nani ni Ritsu? 400 no? Kani? 400? Ato SM ba? Pila? Takom lang kayo. Kana magbas ka pa dong Cebu ba? 400? So around about 500 to 550 is your fare from Bantayan Island. Usually because my brother lives in Madridijos area, he pays 550 to SM City Cebu, where the bus will ride on to the ferry. Now the passengers can get out now. So next will be the bus. So we are here waiting the one that's gonna go into the barge. So there, the first bus out. Oh, it's gonna touch on the end almost. So there's the second bus. You see, it's high tide. The water almost come into the wharf. So I'm the second passenger of the 12:30 departure, so I will be right on the end. Again, the payment will be, the total is 1,270 plus the port fees of 165. So the total will be like 1440, 70, 65, 1435 pesos, 1,435 pesos. The driver is already free, so I'm just paying for my brother's fare, 185. So that's how it will cost you to bring your vehicle to the island.
Dugay pa na, daghan pa yung sakyanan. He said he wants to pay